Ooh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you know who it is and what we're doing. It's Connor Rose from Slum Society, and today we're talking about fat loss, fitness, and food. Are you surprised? I've got some information, I've got some education, I've got some motivation for you. Today I'm talking about all or nothing eating. I'm talking to you if you are an all or nothing person. And of course I'm going to be talking to you about how we can help this, and I suppose that lets the cat out of the bag, because it can be helped. My first point is do not pretend that, oh, I'll always be this way. Will you? You'll always be what way forever? You won't be anything forever. Let's be real. Oh, I'll always be like... No, you won't. No, you won't. You actually won't be like anything forever. Are you pretending that you're always the same? You've never learned anything, have you? Is that what you're saying about yourself, that you've never learned anything since birth? All right, then. If you think that's true. How old are you? How old are you? How many decades have you been around? When you were 20, yes or no, you thought you knew things. I know stuff. 20, you thought you knew everything, most likely, didn't you? When you were 30, you thought that when you were 20, you didn't know anything. You think, oh my God, I didn't know anything when I was 20. When you got to 30, are you 40? Are you in your 40s? Do you wish that you know what you know now, you knew when you were 30? Would you have made different decisions or different choices? Do you think you would have done better? Yes, the answer is, isn't it? I'll always be like, no, you won't. No, you won't. With that attitude, you might be. You can convince yourself that you are, and then you might be. You can bring yourself around to your own situations if you can, honestly. But with correct mindfulness and effort, you won't be. So today I'm talking to you about all or nothing people. I'm talking to you about all or nothing eating. I'm talking to you about how we can improve this situation. I'm talking to you about, if you do choose to improve this situation in the correct way, what the story will go like, essentially. So this might be you. Let's look at this. This is the continuum of dietary effort, restriction, or control. Let's say this is 0. This is you're not doing anything about your diet. This is fat. I don't even care. I'll eat whatever. I don't care about any of this. I'll drinking whatever, eating whatever. Do you want a snack? Oh, I'll have fat. You're just doing whatever. You're not even thinking about your diet, health, nutrition, exercise, nothing. You're on 0. Sometimes you're a 10. You're on the Cambridge diet. Or I'm cutting out sugar and alcohol and chocolate forever. Or, I don't know, you could be following some restrictive meal plan. You could just be putting in 10 out of 10 effort into a sensible plan, to be fair. But this is you, 10 in the green, when you're on it. And most people have been on it for at least a couple of weeks. At a time, here and there, different things, protocols, principles, and practices. But you've been on it at times, haven't you? I'm on it. I'm doing it. No, I don't want to eat that. You've been on it sometimes. You've been on it, and then sometimes it's the extremes, isn't it? You're off it, and then you're on, and then you're off. And if you keep swinging yourself backwards and forwards, because you think in your mind, whether it's true or not, this is you. I'm giving you my favourite colour, purple. This is you. You are here. Look, with your little smiley face on. Look at you. This is you. You think you're a 0, maybe a 1. What's a 1 on the scale? 1 is you're not doing anything, but you're thinking that you should do something. You care, but maybe the action's not getting taken. Maybe maybe you're a 2. 2's you're doing bits, you're trying, you start with good intentions, and then it's like, this is the scale. You think you're around this bottom end of the scale, and up here, this is what you think you should be doing, isn't it? This is what you think you should be doing. Oh, I should be eating 1,200 calories per day. Oh, I should be doing a good step count. Oh, I should be doing my exercises. Oh, I shouldn't be eating this. It's like, should you? Or another one that will trap you. Or I used to be, trying to go back to who you used to be. Well, that's impossible. What are you, a time traveler? It doesn't matter what you used to do. It matters what you're doing now. Okay? All these shoulds. I should be doing this. Oh, I should be doing, shouldn't be doing. This is just your imagination. None of this exists in real life. All that exists in real life is, where are you actually on this scale? Because unless you're a 9, why are you aiming for a 10? This is ridiculous. You're trying to jump too far. You know what you're trying to do? You're trying to rush, and you're trying to skip steps, and that is not the path to success. You're trying to leap, and you're leaping to failure. You're causing yourself to slip and fall. You think you're around here at the bottom, and you keep building yourself up for a while. Oh, I'll do it soon. Because you're giving yourself anxiety about the size of the task that you've set yourself. You're intimidating yourself with your own thoughts of what you think you should be doing into not even starting. This is the situation that's occurring. But I'll start soon. Okay, I'll start. Oh, I've got this thing coming up, but then after that I'll start. And then it's Friday. Okay, well, I'll start on Monday. All right. And then maybe you do. Maybe you have a last blowout over the weekend because I can't possibly eat healthy until I just need one last hip hip hurrah and then I'm never eating any junk food ever again. Okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then go, and then you try to rush forward, you start putting in 10 out of 10 effort and you try to scream, I will make change, and you've got go, and you've got gusto, and you're putting in your effort and you're moving forward and you try and go straight to here, and you hold, I'll do it. And then what happens when you can't do it anymore, which inevitably does happen because you were actually here, and when you're trying to do, this is maybe what somebody else is doing, that's another one that will trap you trying to do what other people are doing. Where are you going to fall back to? Where do we always fall back to? We fall back to where we were before. If you are a 0 or a 1 or a 2 and you're trying to go to 10, you're going to fall straight back. And if the more you restrict yourself by trying to overly cause extreme situations, you're trying to diet too hard, you're restricting yourself too much, you're causing yourself too much stress. Do you remember why you're even trying to lose weight and eat healthier in the first place? It's to be healthier and happier. You're causing yourself too much stress, too much restriction, and then it all explodes and you go straight back to 0. This is how it goes, isn't it? This is how it goes. And then you leave it for a while. Fuck it, I'm not doing anything. I'll leave it for a while. No, I'm not doing anything. Until you've built yourself back up, or until the pain that is caused through unhappiness and ill health becomes too large that you feel like you've got to do something about it. Because if you're at a 0 or a 1 and you're not putting any food control or effort into good nutrition or exercise or anything like this, this comes back to bite us, doesn't it, as people? Maybe the pain starts to get too great and the ill health and unhappiness that it's causing you to not put in any effort. Causes you to put in effort, and then you build yourself up again and you try and jump straight back to 10. Stop it, please. That's the moral of the story. Stop it, please, is the subtitle of the video. This is you, okay? You're at a 0, 1, 2, something like this. We're not going to 10, okay? Do you know what you actually need to do? This is the correct pattern of success. You need to take one step forward. This is now you. Here, look, you were on a 0 or a 1, and now you're on a 1 or a 2. And when you think, well, that's not very good, well, it's better than you were. Isn't it? And it's better than, once again, trying to restrict yourself as much as humanly possible because you're trying to rush and skip steps and then holding it for as long as you can and then exploding it all at the end and then the weight coming back or even more on top, which is what statistically happens to most people. Most people gain back more weight than they lost when they use these restrictive dieting programs. This is why you always hear the adage of diets don't work. Well, not if you do the stupid ones, is it? S diets, as I call them. You know what it is. So if you're down here on a 0, 1 or 2, you just need to take one actual, achievable, manageable step forward. And then do you know what you'll do after that? Will you still fall off the wagon, or whatever you want to call it, fall off the plan, or not be able to stick to the thing? Yes, you will, okay? You're never going to become nutritional Jesus. No one is. I don't eat perfectly, and I'm the nutritionist telling you how to do it. But you know, with correct mindfulness and effort, if instead of trying to just swing yourself from one extreme to the other, you know, if you take one step forward, do you know where you'll fall back to? You fall back to where you are, and you've stopped going from 0 to where you want to be and then falling back to 0, and you've actually took one step forward. You've actually moved forward a little bit in a positive way. Maybe you're only on 2. You've just made a few changes. Maybe it's not even enough to lose weight, but at least you've stopped gaining weight. Now, you know, when you're off it, guess where you'll fall back to? A position where you're not gaining weight. Okay, good. Now we're moving forward, aren't we? This is literally how the story will go over time for you. If you keep going from 10 to 0, eventually with correct mindfulness and effort, do you know what we're aiming for? Not to go from 0 to 10, we're aiming to go to 9 and 1. Will you still fall off it? Yes, you will. But we're aiming to fall off the wagon or off track slightly less than before. We're not aiming to be perfect. We're aiming that when we fall off, we'll fall off slightly less. And then when you're on it slightly better. And you stay on for slightly longer. And then will you fall off again? Yes, but hopefully we don't fall off as far and we get back on quicker. And you're making all of these incremental small improvements towards success. You won't go ever from 0 to 10, and you won't also find perfect balance like this. But we're not trying to. We're not trying to. You think you're trying to go from 0 to 10. Really, we're trying to get to more like 6 and 4. If you can ever get to 6 and 4 here, literally this is incredible. This is such a small variation between on it and off it. This is good food control. 10 and 0 to 9 and 1 to 8 and 2 to 7 and 3. Even 7 and 3 is great. And then if you can get to 6 and 4, you're not trying to go from 0 to 10. You're trying to go to 0 to 3 or 4 effort and then not fall off as far. Not full restriction. Some control. But then... do you understand? I'm just looking at the time. I've got 20 seconds left. Thank you so much. I hope this helps. Make incremental small steps forward. Stop trying to go full on to where you think you should be. Assess honestly, where are you on the scale? Take one little step forward from there. It's manageable, it's achievable, you'll be successful. If you want help doing this, message me. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon.